Hello and welcome to a fresh new episode of Science Monitor, our weekly update on all that is happening in the field of science and technology in and around the country. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor. The week has seen a young Indian researcher be a part of a breakthrough discovery. What was it? We will tell you in details, but let us begin with the headlines. National Institutional Ranking Framework Report released, IISc tops the chart. Skylight to solve energy crisis. Will Surya Jyoti Solar Dome be the light? Indian researchers crack Zika Virus structure. In our In Focus segment today, we will discuss about health, World Health Day and what this year was all about. And in our special segment, Technology You Can Use, we will learn about a novel low-cost PVC pipe joining machine. And now the news in detail. India is today known worldwide for its world-class educational facilities and training. Now assessing the quality of higher education in the country for the first time, government has launched the National Institutional Ranking Framework Report. The report ranks Indian educational institutions under 4 major categories. While Indian Institute of Science, the premier research and education institution in the country, has been ranked the topmost university, the report also brings in fresh new perspectives.
In the knowledge-driven economy, quality education is a mandate, and so is the time-to-time assessment of the quality. Assessing the standards of educational institutions in the country. The first of its kind ranking of educational institutions of India, the National Institution Ranking Framework Report has been released by the Ministry of Human Resource Development. The National Institution Ranking Framework Report covers 3,500 institutions and has ranked the top 10 institutions among 4 categories, namely university, engineering, pharmacy and management. The report takes into account opinions of students, alumni, parents, employees and the public for the ranking with emphasis on teaching and learning resources, graduation outcomes and research. According to the NIRF report, the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore is rated the top-ranked institute in the category of universities, followed by the Institute of Chemical Technology, Mumbai. The 3rd and 4th positions go to Jawaharlal Nehru University and the Central University of Hyderabad respectively. Also included in the list are Tezpur University of Assam, University of Delhi, Banaras Hindu University, Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, Kerala, BITS Pilani and Aligarh Muslim University. While Indian Institutes of Technology rule in engineering category, with IITs across India occupying the top 10 places. The top 3 include IIT Madras, followed by IIT Bombay and IIT Kharagpur respectively. The International Management Institute, New Delhi stands at the 7th place, followed by the Indian Institute of Forest Management and the Department of Management Studies at the IIT Kanpur and the IIM Indore. Among the pharmaceutical institutes, Manipal College of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Karnataka has been ranked first, followed by the University Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Chandigarh and Jamia Hamdard, New Delhi.
Literally translating to sun's light, the Surya Jyoti Solar Dome is true to its name. The novel solar energy device can now bring light to the lives of many. Emerging as a solution to the massive energy crisis faced by the country, Surya Jyoti Solar Dome effectively harnesses solar energy, acting as a skylight.
It would not be inappropriate to say that sun sustains energy and hence life on Earth. While solar energy takes care of the need of light on Earth during daytime, Millions of households without reliable access to electricity are plunged into darkness as night arrives. Now with the Surya Jyoti solar dome, the sun will shine in these households even at night. Surya Jyoti, the novel solar lighting device, is similar to the skylights of olden times and will now bring energy to about 10 million households. The device, recently launched by the Union Minister for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Harshvardhan, has been developed under the aegis of the Department of Science and Technology and aims to effectively harvest solar energy to fulfill energy requirement. As the name suggests, the micro solar dome is a small device that can be fitted on the roofs to capture sunlight. The device captures sunlight through a transparent semi-spherical upper dome and concentrates it inside a dark room.
Today it has been given the name of Surya Jyoti, but it is unique. You see, in solar system, general solar system, we have a solar panel and a battery. It gives light during the night time or whenever you ask. But it is called an active system. So you take really electricity and you have a bulb. But here we have bulb and a tube where there is no bulb, no electricity. So the uniqueness of this solar dome is that it is a combination of solar daylight and the active light. That means during day it captures sunlight, and through a guided tube, the sunlight is captured and guided and finally concentrated, and it is spreaded over the room. So at that time we are not using any electricity, but it looks like an electric bulb. Simple electric, nobody can differentiate. It will be like electric bulb.
The light passes through a sun tube having a thin layer of highly effective coating on the inner wall of the passage. The device comes with a lower dome with a bottom shutter that can be closed if light is not required in the daytime. The device comes in two designs, namely photovoltaic integrated costing about Rs 1200 and non-photovoltaic version costing around Rs 500. The costs are expected to reduce further in the coming years. While the low-cost, leak-proof and eco-friendly design can save 1,750 million units of energy and 12.5 million ton of CO2 equivalent, it can also work effectively for 16 hours daily throughout the day and 4 hours after sunset, providing power up to 15-watt LED lamps. The device has successfully completed extensive testing at IIT Bombay, Terry University and Indian IIEST, Kolkata.
After Ebola, the world has been struck by panic with the recent reports of Zika virus outbreak. Though Zika virus is considered far less harmful than Ebola and it shares the similarities with dengue and chikungunya, appropriate knowledge of the infection is essential to manage it. While experts across the globe are trying to learn more about Zika virus, a team of researchers have deciphered the structure of Zika virus, opening new avenues of drug and vaccine development. And what is more interesting is that a young Indian student, Devika Shirohi, is a part of this breakthrough.
While the recent massive outbreak of Zika virus in Brazil has prompted the WHO to declare the virus likely to be an epidemic, Zika for many of us still is a new name. But India now has every reason to be proud, as it is now part of the breakthrough discovery that has cracked the structure of Zika virus. Yes, while researchers across the globe are racing to better understand Zika virus and develop novel drugs, a young researcher from India has made her mark. The researcher is 29-year-old Devika Shirohi, who is a part of the 7-member team from Purdue University, USA, who has successfully determined the structure of the Zika virus for the first time.
बस बहुत खुशी है as parents जो है मतलब जो हमारी ड्रीम्स थी कभी भी वो they have all come true और हम होप करते हैं कि वो आगे भी ऐसी उपलब्धि प्राप्त करती रहेगी.
Devika, a doctoral student and the youngest member of the team, hails from Meerut, Uttar Pradesh. The team that decoded the Zika virus structure consisted Professor Michael G. Rosman, Professor Richard J. Kahn, and Professor Theodore C. Pearson, and 4 students including Devika. The team has published their findings in the journal Science, where they have described the 3.8A resolution structure of mature Zika virus. The team used a technique called cryo-electron microscopy to crack the structure of Zika virus. The technique involves microscopic observation of structures like viruses and cell organelles at extremely low temperatures without using stains. According to researchers, the structure of Zika virus is similar to other known flavivirus except for the 10 amino acids found in the special locations in the icosahedral shell of the virus. The team has found that changes in certain regions of the viral shell can influence virus transmission and disease. The discovery holds immense promise of developing novel and effective antiviral treatments and vaccines against Zika virus. Devika is a student of Dayavati Modi Academy with an honours in biochemistry from Delhi University and MSc from Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Mumbai.
And now it is time to take a short break. We'll be back with more science news. Stay tuned. Welcome back after the break. You're watching Science Monitor. Let us now have a look at some important science and technology activities happening in India and abroad in our next segment, Science Express.
In a step towards extending research on gravitational waves research, India has signed an agreement with the US to set up a new laser interferometer gravitational wave observatory project in the country. The LIGO agreement was established during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the US for the Nuclear Security Summit. The LIGO setup, which is credited with the discovery of gravitational waves, has been approved $180 billion by the Indian government. India's LIGO laboratory will house sensitive instruments that can detect subatomic movements in space and detect gravitational waves passing through the Earth. In combination with LIGO's current twin observatories, India's third detector will help scientists further their knowledge of the source and cause of gravitational wave propagation. In an astonishing new discovery, a team of researchers from Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics have discovered a rare triple star system with a giant gas planet. This system consists of a pair of stars orbiting one another along with a third star and a giant gas planet the size of Jupiter. In the new system KELT-4AB, a giant gas planet takes approximately 3 days to make orbit around the star KELT-A, which serves as its sun. The other 2 stars named KELT-B and C are much farther away and orbit around one another over the course of approximately 30 years. In a major drive towards managing diabetes, government's Drug Discovery Research Centre has signed an MOU with Revelations Biotech Private Limited to develop new drugs to control diabetes and softwares to keep tab on diabetics and those vulnerable to the lifestyle disease. The MOU focused on developing low-cost affordable drugs, especially to prevent reabsorption of glucose in the kidneys, and data-based software package to identify individuals who are becoming susceptible to diabetes and predict the future course of disease in early stages.
Health is wealth. How many times have we heard this age-old quote? Still, with life becoming faster than ever and changing lifestyles, we often neglect our health. Results are disorders like diabetes, which has become a global health burden. In this scenario, awareness days like the World Health Day draws our attention to the need of concentrating on our health and leading a healthy lifestyle. The World Health Day was celebrated recently, and this year's theme focused on diabetes. Let us explore what this year's World Health Day was all about in our next segment, In Focus.
Health, defined as the overall physical and mental well-being of an organism, is a rare and precious gift indeed. Celebrating this gift is the World Health Day. The World Health Day, celebrated on 7th April annually, is a global health awareness day under the sponsorship of the World Health Organization. First celebrated in 1950, the World Health Day marks the founding of WHO. World Health Day is one of 8 official global public health campaigns marked by WHO and aims to draw worldwide attention to a subject of health and well-being. Rapidly altering lifestyles, changing environment, evolving habits. Today, a host of factors exist that take a toll on our health. A common example in this context is the global epidemic called diabetes. With an estimated 347 million people worldwide suffering from diabetes, the disease has emerged as a global threat and is expected to be the 7th leading cause of death in the world by the year 2030. This is the reason why this year's World Health Day was themed Halt the Rise, Beat Diabetes.
The awareness level to teach people about diabetes, about its diagnosis, very simple diagnosis, about the management, about simple measures that they can put into place, about teaching the children to stay away from certain kinds of food, building in physical activity into their daily life. These messages governments and people have to take up very proactively. And the cost for awareness is much less than the cost for treating a failed kidney with dialysis or cutting off a foot or suffering a heart attack. So this is the reason that WHO, which looks after the health of the world, is focusing on this aspect.
According to experts, diabetes is a group of metabolic diseases which leads to high blood sugar levels. While type 1 diabetes is characterized by inadequate production of the hormone called insulin, required for metabolizing glucose in the body. Type 2 is characterized by the ineffective use of insulin in the body. Though type 2 diabetes is more common than type 1, there exists a third type called gestational diabetes, which occurs in women during pregnancy. Characterized by increased thirst, hunger, and frequent urination, diabetes is often attributed to obesity and inadequate physical activity. Children of diabetic parents often run the risk of suffering from diabetes at a later stage. While diabetes is easily preventable and manageable through simple lifestyle hacks, if left untreated, it can lead to severe complications, including heart disorders, strokes, damage to eyes, and multiple organ failures.
The most important thing to remember is that you may have no symptoms of diabetes, and sometimes it may be as non-specific as, I feel very tired, I have low energy. Now that is a very common thing, and there can be many causes of that. So the key thing to remember is that anybody over 40 should be checked at least once a year for the risk of developing diabetes, should be screened for diabetes at least once a year.
The World Health Day 2016 aims to increase awareness about diabetes, particularly in low and middle income countries, along with stimulating effective actions to prevent and tackle diabetes. Experts have also provided various tips to tackle diabetes. These include: be active. Regular physical activity, including aerobic exercise and resistance training, goes a long way in preventing diabetes. Eat healthy. Healthy diet including more fibers, less fatty and carb foods, and whole grains instead of processed food can help prevent and maintain diabetes. Certain foods like green teas, salmons, green leafy vegetables and fruits with low glycemic index like guava, blackberry, pears and citrus fruits are beneficial. Follow medical advice. Regular checkups, eye examinations and medications to control blood sugar level are crucial in managing diabetes. Healthy lifestyle. Quitting smoking and alcohol consumption and keeping BP and cholesterol under control are important measures to managing diabetes. This World Health Day, let us all remember that our body is a priceless possession, and as Hippocrates said, healing is a matter of time, but it is sometimes also a matter of opportunity.
Much water can be saved from wastage through proper repairing of leaking pipes. But what are the chances of repaired pipes not leaking again? Well, reducing these chances is an innovation, a novel low-cost pipe joining machine that can prove helpful in conserving water.
While huge emphasis is placed on saving water all over the world, in many developing countries like India, low maintenance and leaky water pipes leads to much wastage of water. Leaky and bursting pipes are common in our households and agricultural lands, which on one hand can lead to shortage of water supply and on the other can cause flood-like conditions in farmlands, resulting in great losses. Tackling the problem of bursting pipes is the new low-cost PVC pipe joining machine developed by two IIT students from Sonbhadra, Uttar Pradesh, Pushparaj and Shivam. The duo have developed the machine in a span of 15 days, which can be used to join 80 to 200 millimeter pipes in the shortest time possible.
हमारे यहाँ एसटीपी का पानी इसी पाइप से चारों साइड में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया जाता है, या एग्रीकल्चर में पाइप का उपयोग किया जाता है। तो पाइप लीकेज हो जाता था जगह जगह से, तो उसको लीकेज को सही करने के लिए रबड़ या प्लास्टिक किसी चीज़ से हम लीकेज को रोकते थे, तो वाटर वेस्ट जाता था, रुकता नहीं था पूरा। तो उस लीकेज को रोकने के लिए, इससे कि हमारा वाटर वेस्ट न जाए, तो उसके लिए हमने एक सोच के एक मशीन बनाया जिससे कि हम इस पाइप का लीकेज रोक लें और ज्वाइंट अच्छे से कर लें। तो इस तरह से इस मशीन को बना करके ज्वाइंट का लीकेज रोकने हम लोग उपयोग कर रहे हैं।
This pipe joining device consists of two clamps to which ripped pipes can be fitted separately. After this, the ends of the pipes are heated to 180 degrees Celsius using an insulated heater, and the ends are joined together using a hydraulic jack. The adhesion of pipes creates a ring-like structure on outside and inside, which reduces the chance of leakage in the same place again.
इसमें हमने दो क्लैंप लगाए हैं, एक फिक्स क्लैंप है, एक मूवेबल क्लैंप है। जहाँ से हमें पाइप ज्वाइंट करनी होती है वहाँ पे हम दोनों क्लैंप में पाइप को होल्ड कर देते हैं, और बीच में एक इंसुलेटेड हीटर होता है जो कि पाइप के दोनों एंड्स को हीट करता है। वो समथिंग 180 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे टेम्परेचर जब देते हैं तो वो पाइप मेल्ट होना स्टार्ट होता है। मेल्ट होने से पहले हम हीटर को बाहर रिमूव कर देते हैं। उसके बाद हाइड्रोलिक प्रेशर जैक होता है, वहाँ से हम पाइप पे प्रेशर अप्लाई करते हैं, जिसके बाद वो हमारा पाइप ज्वाइंट हो जाता है।
This machine has been developed at a cost of Rs 25,000 and is capable of joining pipes in a span of 20 to 25 minutes. The machine can be easily taken anywhere, and it can be an immense help for the repair of broken pipes and preventing wastage of water.
Well, that is all for this episode of Science Monitor. Do tell us how do you like our program? Well, you can send your feedback and suggestions. Our email ID is news@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar, C24, Qutub Institutional Area, New Delhi 110016. Well, that is all for today. We'll be back with fresh news stories on science and technology again next week. Till then, stay tuned to Rajya Sabha TV and think scientific. Bye-bye.